Okay, I should stay recording.
I cleared out a bunch of storage just so that it could record. So alright, so while we have 2 more participants coming, but I'm glad all you guys can make it this morning, right? So beautiful, beautiful day. Our practice today is just going to be like it has been, so no changes. We'll continue to grow through our poses and everything. Good chef Kathy and Jim back, right?
Thank you.
Doing well. So let's start, make sure we find a good comfortable seat posture. I'm going to sit a little bit away from the back of our chairs, maybe halfway onto our chairs so we can place our feet flat on the ground. Those of you wearing socks, I know it's still a little bit cool, but just make sure when we get to our standing poses that, it's not slippery. So, and I did remember my camera makeup, right? So let's take a moment here to place our palms down, flat onto our thighs. Sitting up nice, tall, and straight, we're going to close our eyes. Start to soften the muscles around our face as we inhale and exhale through our nose. We'll draw a little bit deeper breath as we connect with the present moment. So our breath oftentimes can just be that vehicle, that access point for us to get out of thinking too far into the future or get out of thinking too far into the past. It's good to have goals and set things for the future. It's good to learn from our lessons from the past, but miracles, growth, peace happen here and now. Right? So we feel our abundance here in the present. So as we deepen our breath a little bit, inhaling and exhaling through our nose, we'll try to lengthen the exhale a little bit by engaging our core muscles, drawing our navel in towards the spine, and then we relax our abdominal muscles. Feel that air naturally draw in, and then we add a little bit more to it, drawing the rest of the inhale on the way in. And with our next exhale, we're going to lower our chin down and chest as we start our movement with the top of our spine. Using our necks, we're going to move a little side to side, starting small, just rolling our chin on our chest. And as we can make the movement a little bit bigger, we're going to slow it down. Start to bring our ears over towards our shoulders. We're slowly moving side to side now, doing full 180 degrees, ears leaning over each shoulder as they move. Next time we come to the right, we're going to pause, right ear over the right shoulder. We're going to take a moment to lengthen our left arm out to the side. Palm facing up, we keep it about hip height, so don't raise it out too high or too low. Then add a few little circles here, guiding the arm in small little clockwise circles. And if you like to add a little bit more to it, you can slightly turn the chin up towards the ceiling. And then slowly we're going to pause and then reverse direction. Notice the long extension along the side of your left arm, top of your left shoulder, all the way to the bottom of your left ear. When you're ready, you're going to slowly bring that left hand back to the knee. And release the chin down the chest. Take a deep breath in. And a long exhale through the mouth. Do a few cleansing breaths here. And then slowly we're going to bring a little bit of movement again to our necks so we can come over to the other side. So when you're ready, you're going to roll the left ear over to the left shoulder, drawing the head back, turning the chin up a little, and opening the right arm out to the side this time. Nice and long through the right side. You can wiggle your fingers, feel the little strings along our arms, and then just add a little rotation with the right arm, a little clockwise. Counterclockwise if you are the clock, right? If you're watching the clock, then you're going clockwise. And when we're ready, we're going to bring that right hand back to the knee, lower the chin down the chest, draw another deep breath in, and long exhale. And with our next inhale, we start to float our head up towards the top, up towards the ceiling, full inhale, and then exhale, lower down. So we'll link the breath and movement here. So inhale on your way up, exhale on your way down. 2 more times. Bringing our awareness to our upper back and our mid-back. See if we notice any tightness as we move. And we'll meet back in the center. We're going to do a little side to side. So this part of our practice, usually we're just tuning into our bodies, noticing any areas of tension we want to release. If you like again to link breath to movement, you inhale to center and exhale to the side. And last time, we'll come back to center. And go left, and back to center, and go left. Good, and back to center. To finish up with our next, we're going to do a little bit of leaning. So, slowly just lean the right ear over towards the right shoulder, but there is a little bit of an extension through the crown of your head, so we're not crunching up on the right side. And then we'll come back to center and to the other side. We're practicing a little motion of when we don't understand what somebody's saying. Say, huh? What? Finishing up here, on the other side. Or we'll come back to to center. Very good. Next, just move over a little bit, starting to bring a little movement to our torso, to our shoulders. Here we go. Come back to center. You'll feel little shoulder rolls forward. Good. And then pause and rotate, come back. Bringing our fingertips to our shoulders. We're actually going to get a hold of our shoulders here, give ourselves that little massage. Right? Bringing circulation, a little more circulation to the top of our shoulders. You want to play piano fingers alongside your neck. Breaking up any little tension. And then slowly we're going to slide our fingertips to the top of our shoulders. Elbows pointing outwards. We're going to start with very small circles here. And then we're going to slowly wind them up and make them a little bit bigger. Right? Wind them out. Noticing the muscles that are involved along our backs to make the full circle. Very good. Drawing a full circle now, so as big of a circle as we can draw with our elbows. Good. Do one more big one. We're going to pause and then change direction. So with the elbows going back, we feel like we can open our chest a little bit more, right? So when they go back, it's just open chest. Slowly bring it down. I know sometimes we row, right? We're trying to get out of the water here. Let's slow it down. One last one. And then we release. Shake it out. Good. Take a moment to do our wrists, right? So let's take right hand out to the front. Getting 3 middle fingers, we draw them back. And here we relax the wrist. I know a lot of times we tend to press it away, so just relax, bring it back. Feel the extension through the bottom of your wrist. Good. And we're going to do the other side. No, I know, we're going to draw them down. I know, I skipped it, right? So then, coming back to the right, we draw them down. Seeing if y'all are paying attention.
Confuse me.
You're like, I have a routine here, right? And then the other hand down. Good. Release. Little wrist rotations, right? Rotating it out. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to next move through our seated cat and cow, right? So this one we do want to make sure our feet are flat on the ground. When we round with our exhales, we're going to be pressing into our cats. And when we inhale, we're going to be coming up into cow, expanding our chest, sending elbows back past our ribs, and flowing with our breath. Again, linking that breath and movement. waking up our spine, right? Bringing out that synovial fluid, bringing healing to our joints, to our back. Do one more of each one. So we'll flow into one more cat. Long exhale, really rounding, pressing the spine back. And then inhale, coming up. And then we'll come back to center. And next we're going to do a few little twists. So a simple twist, right? Arms will come up at 45 degrees, reach. Exhale to the left. So right hand coming down to the left knee. Looking over that left shoulder if we can. And we'll inhale, come back to center. And exhale right. Good. One more time each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left. This time, see if we can draw the navel in towards the spine a little bit. Open the chest as you rotate the shoulders. Allow each vertebrae to do its own little part. And breathe. Your next inhale, come back to center and reach. And exhale to the right. We'll be here about 3 breaths or so. 3 nice, long, slow breaths. And we'll come back to center and reach. And exhale, we're going to forward, fold. So seated, forward, fold. Rounding down. Our hands maybe come down to our knees or to our shins. To round forward. Long exhale. And slowly coming back up with inhale. Yeah. So next we're going to start to open up our ribs a little bit, right? So we're going to bring our hands out in front. We're going to reach. Right hand up a little bit higher. You can actually relax the left hand down. And then switch, bringing the right hand down. Left hand coming down. And right. Left hand coming down, right hand coming up. Good. Coming back down. Good. And then this time when you reach up with the right, we're going to actually allow the left arm to release beside us. It's down beside the chair. And switch. And switch. So inhale. Exhale, switch. Bring a little movement more to it now. So inhale on your way up. Exhale, switch. Good. One more time each side. So just finishing up here. And then release. Good. Shaking out, right? Ready to warm up our legs next. Let's come up to standing. Before we walk it out, we want to take our chairs back a little bit. It's like, oh, so comfy, right? Make sure we have our chairs back. That we're going to step our feet not too wide yet. We're going to start with our little hip rotations, right? So just finding a little alignment. We're all set up like really good dominoes here. It was my nephew's 2 years birthday last weekend, and we're out in Raleigh, and he actually got a set of Mexican trained dominoes. I was told my brother-in-law, you know, it's like, man, somebody set you up. Because he, you know, we set up the dominoes a few times, and of course his son just likes to just, do it again. And we'll go the other way. You know, they are a nice gift though, I thought, you know, because they feel really good on your hands, you know, the texture of, you know, dominoes. And, can't break them. You can probably break things with them.
Yeah. I hope you can't swallow them.
I'd be impressed. They're big. They were I think the full size.
You can teach him how to know his numbers that way too.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh? That is good. Yes.
Match up
Patterns,
a 4
yeah.
to a 4 and.
Good. So, yeah. So now that we reversed, come back to center here. And we're going to widen our stance a little bit more now. And if feeling a little bit of balance challenging today, you can make sure to have your chair in front of your mat. Otherwise, we're going to just bend the right knee so we're all coming in towards the middle of the circle. You're okay, you can be facing out this, you can be facing this way. Yeah, so bend the right knee. Yeah, so I'm on the right. We're gonna do both sides, right?
We can do left first. Do the left first.
Good.
Left foot's out. He's got his
And then we're gonna come back to center and do the other side. You're good. It's like somewhere there. Yeah, Kathy turned it around, huh?
I know.
It's all her fault.
It is. It's just not in my chair.
There's the person in the blank chair there.
Actually, Liz and Ann did
There
the
you
break
go.
there.
Yeah, that's right. There's another break over there.
We got our left foot outward.
Not that they were a victim of habit or anything.
We'll come back to center and then the other side. That's all good. And back to center and to the other side.
Two other sides.
Yeah, I know, right? Good. Now we'll change sides once again, but this time you can place your hands on your thigh. You want to send the hips back slightly. We're maintaining a neutral spine here as we lean forward. And when you send the hips back, you feel that stretch change slightly underneath your leg, your right or left leg.
Whichever. One of the two.
Just so you feel it on one of the sides.
Alright, and then we're going to come back to the center, maintaining a short little squat this time, and then switch over. That slight lean forward. Good. We'll come back to center. We can all agree here, right? Open arms up towards the ceiling. We find our star pose. Pointing fingers back. And we're going to flow through our moonflower. So we'll find cactus arms as we squat down. So bending the elbows 90 degrees, squat down a little bit. And then inhale on the way up, reach, opening up. Exhale, coming down. Good. So our option one here is just a slight bend to the elbow. option 2, if you want to flow a little bit more, you can allow the elbows to draw in towards the ribs. And when you reach up, the hands come closer together. Good, so that's more like your goddess pose here. Good. You guys really got this down. See good stances up there. We'll do one last one. We're going to meet up here at the top and reaching up a little higher. We're going to move into our sunflowers where we fold forward, hinging from the hips, hugging the arms and the chest, and inhale on our way up. Exhale on your way down. Inhale on your way up. So making sure when we come up, we really stay grounded in our feet so we can stay balanced. Flowing at our own pace here, moving with our breath. And if you're at home and you have NCIS on the side, you're going to do this for the whole commercial break. Let's put it on repeat. One more, and then reaching up here at the top, and meet at the top. And bring our hands together down to our heart center. Taking a moment there. Good. Keeping your legs straight here for a moment. Good. Now we're going to release our hands down, maybe shorten our stance just a little bit. So walk it in just a little bit. And we're going to move into a little more of the side opening movements here. Running the left hand down the left leg, and then the right hand down the right leg.
Wait a minute.
It's like a good thing we're not synchronized dancers.
What dance is this?
What dance is this? What's that? I can't remember.
And allow the hips to shift a little bit too. See if you feel a small little stretch for the inner thigh.
They shift automatically, they get in motion.
One more each side. And come back to center. We're going to just float a little side to side, so letting the arms be loose. Back to center. Good. And wider stance once again, just a little more. And we're going to move our little ball of energy now, right? So we come into a squat, we get our little ball here.
I missed it.
we tossed it, right?
I missed it.
New snowballs. Good. Well, we're going to bend the right knees, lengthen the left leg, arms go out over the straight leg.
Just go up over the straight.
And we'll inhale center. So inhale energy in, exhale, pressing it out. Good. Inhale in, exhale out. And float at your own pace here. The alignment part here is really to maintain our knee behind our big toe. So whenever you float just to one side, make sure your hips are going back enough that you can see your big toe.
I don't know which way, yeah, facing him or facing me. Face the wall, Ken. Face the wall.
popcorn feet.
And do one more side. Whatever side it is.
She
And
needs
we're going to
lessons,
fly
Joe.
up to the top and reach.
We're gonna have to separate you two, that's it.
She needs lessons.
And release. Good.
It wouldn't
Bring the feet in back to back together, back to the top. You're saved. Woo, shake it out. Good, good. And next we're going to come behind our chairs. You might want to move them to the top of our mats. I'm going to turn here just for alignment purposes. Okay? We're going to be stepping back and finding 90 degrees here for our backs. So 90 degrees between our torso and our thighs. So I'm going to slightly be, taking your time stepping back. We're going to bring our head between our shoulders. Continue to send the hips back just until you feel that stretch behind your legs. Once you're feeling that, you're good right there. We're going to neutralize our low back. Again, if we're maybe arching it a little bit much, we're going to soften. As we get into the stretching, you can add just a little bit of rocking side to side, see if that feels good. Good, and then slowly taking our time to bend our knees, walk our feet up to the top. And as we move our chairs, beside us, we're going to be coming up to the top of our mat. We're going to move through our warriors. So they're just there for support. I know we normally like to step back into warrior, right? But today, let's do a little bit different. See if we can step forward into warrior. So just take a forward step with your right foot forward. The other right foot.
Everybody's paranoid now.
And then it's a little bit different, right? We normally like to step back into warrior, but today we're stepping forward and see if we need to do any adjustments for our alignment. Perhaps we need to bend that front knee a little bit deeper, bringing that front knee in line with your ankle. Good. And we bring our hands together here, find our warriors. We're working a little bit more on building arm strength today. Have a variation of bringing the arms up. Pinkies rotate forward. We're trying to keep, our hips are always going to line up with that back foot. So if you have a little bit of an angle on that back foot facing forward, then it allows your hips to face forward. Good. Now we're going to open up into our warrior two. So we cross our arms in front of our chest, and we turn that back foot out a little bit. Now if you need to straighten the front leg and re-bend it, that's fine. Sometimes we get a little knot in the knee. Very good. Our gaze is out of our front fingertips. Good. Say hello to your inner thighs, right about now. Hello? Are you there? Get me out of here. And then let's come back and straighten that right leg. Bring the arms down for a moment. And move into a slight little triangle. So this is where we stack our hips, right? So right hip starts to come underneath the left. Our right hand can run down right leg. And again, if you need your chair, it's there for support. Good. And its main goal is we're stretching that front leg again, but there's also a stretch here in the hips. Some sensation. Yes, looks good. Now, with that left hand, you can have it going up towards the ceiling, or you can bring the back of the hand to your low back and draw your chest open. So open the shoulder, open the chest. rebend that front knee, release the pose, we come back, and step it up to the top. Then walk it out, right? Shake it out. Good. We start again in the middle of our mats. Left foot forward. Good. So once we find strong up here, warrior stance where we're grounded, right? Feel grounded. We can bring the arms forward. Let that back foot be at 45 degrees. And a little variation too, as we can have prayer hands, right? Or there's a lightning warrior, send your arms back, open chest. When we're ready to open up into our warrior two, arms will open up and send back. And turn that back foot out a little bit. You need to rebend that front knee. Do that. And there is a little playing with it, right? A little getting used to it with our hips. We're strengthening the muscles around our hips, helping us balance. Good. When we're ready to move into our triangle, we're going to straighten the front leg. Release our hands down here, so left hand down the left thigh. I'm just going to run it down. Just enough to allow the hips to stack. So the left hip coming underneath the right. And with that upper arm, again, you can have it reaching up or reaching back. Opening chest. Good. Keeping our necks in line with the spine. Down and look up, as long as it can be a challenge for your balance too. If you move your gaze around your drishti, it says in Sanskrit, gaze. When you're ready to come out of it, we're going to rebend that front knee, unwind, and then step it back up to the top. Shake it out. Next, we're going to do our tree pose. So, if you have your chair beside you, if you've been practicing it, if you're feeling strong in your balance today,
No.
you just have it near you. And on which side? Oh, the chair. Oh,
I mean, whether I feel strong or
oh
not.
yeah, it can. So that's true. Sometimes we feel better on one side and not on the other, right? So it's important to notice it. So bringing our right foot. Now, step one is you can have your full toes down into the mat. Two, you're just going to have the top of your toes into your mat. Or if you like a little bit more, you can bring that foot, the right foot, up onto your calf. So next time you're at the bus stop, right, you practice your tree pose.
Yeah, fall into the bus. That's a good idea.
It's like, we're just waiting. Good. You feel like a challenge there, opening up your tree, providing all that shade. And I know it gets windy in here, right? It's like, when we're ready, we can release. Good, shake it out. It takes time to grow our roots, you know. In fact, I told you guys the bamboo story I heard about. It was a class about, you know, there not being overnight success. So let's start working on the other side. So a lot of times, you know, we just want instant, right? Just like oatmeal, we just want instant oatmeal.
What's wrong with oatmeal?
Nothing wrong. I like oatmeal. We like everything instant though, right? Instant oatmeal is like 1.5 minutes. If you want real oatmeal, it's like 3 minutes. Like it wasn't good enough, just 3 minutes. But the overnight success of the bamboo story, you know, teacher starts out with, you know, bamboo only takes, you know, can grow 60 feet in 90 days. And you're like, oh wow, so you think, you know, that's an overnight success. But really, if you desire to grow bamboo, you have to prep the soil, you have to water the soil, you have to plant the seed, you have the miracle of the soil and the seed, right? You have to take care of that soil for 3 years, and you won't see a thing. You won't even know if the roots took. But then, you know, one magical day it'll be like the green beans in the stalk, right? It just like grows.
Yeah, then dig it up.
Yo, and then
Try to
you never get
rid
rid of it, right?
Yeah.
So once you have a strong
Can't
foundation,
get rid of it.
No, you
same
can't.
for our tree poses. Once you have a strong foundation here, it's like, oh, you'll be watching TV in tree pose.
Oh, I don't think so. Do you do that?
No.
I didn't think so.
Unless I'm watching a yoga video. Unless you're watching it at home, then you can say, I'm watching
Put me away if I
TV.
did that.
Oh, shake it out. So we really think of, you know, having to have that, you know, time to grow into it, right? So we're going to bring our chairs back to our mats. We're getting close to our winding down time, our little meditation.
Bamboo. Put a solid
Concrete.
concrete down or whatever it is down so that it doesn't expand.
Right, you have to pour around it. Yeah. And don't plant it. Now, you know, they used for a lot of things. In China, they built bridges and
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
scaffolds.
floors. They
Right?
make floors and floors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
floors. Yeah, they're clothes now, right? They can make clothes out of bamboo. Those are really expensive.
Sheets,
Sheets.
floors.
Yeah, so, you know, but just like everything, you know, it takes time to grow,
Well, they
time
need
to
to
get
figure
it.
out something to do with the guts and make it into
Really?
sheets.
You can eat it.
Yeah,
I heard you can eat it as a salad, and it's
Gotta
like,
pick it early though,
yeah,
before the leaves get all icky.
or before somebody sprays it. Yeah, that's my thing. Is I was like, I'd like to try katsu, but I don't know. Just to say I tried it. But I don't know where I could get it, where somebody hasn't sprayed all kinds of chemicals trying to get rid of it. It's almost like I would have to plant it, and then that just feels like going backwards. But anyways, so
No, it couldn't.
for this time here, we're going to come back, sit back onto our chairs. So now most of us, our feet are off the ground.
Yeah.
Do a few little ankle rotations. Kathy's used to this, right? Feet being away from the ground.
That's vibrate. We're in trouble.
And it's all good. Now we're going to relax our feet down. And we're going to flow through a few more little cat and cows, but this time we're pressing into the back of our chairs, right? So when we round, we can press a little bit into the back of our chairs. And then we inhale, we come up to the front, leaning away. Exhale back. Let's do one more, so kind of getting really into our chairs. When we're ready, we're going to come back to center. We're going to work on a few little hip openers. So bring your left knee in, give it a hug, and you can stay here, or you can cross it over, right? So in the first part, just really letting it be crossed over. Or if you want to find more of a hip opener, you're going to open it out. So you place your left ankle onto your knee, you want to open it out. So this is our seated pigeon pose. those of you, you know, with open hips, you want
You're
to
pigeon.
increase flexibility. Yeah, I know, right? Open it up.
Just one of those days.
Oh, that's good. I really have one of those days.
Trouble is, we're getting more and more.
Giggling. We can actually take a moment to kind of squeeze your feet a little bit, bring some circulation. And we're going to be doing the other side, so when you're ready, you're going to lower it down. Oh, shake it out. And we're going to do the other side, so hugging that right knee. And when you're ready, we're going to cross it over and find the variation that works for you, so the modification that works for you.
What did you call this position?
Pigeon.
The pigeon pose. I think she's picking a cat, and he's just like, what? Did you seriously just ask him? Yeah.
That's what you said.
The seated, the seated pigeon pose. So a couple of variations, so that you can also do it lying on your back. So feels really good sometimes. If you do yoga on your bed, you know, there are a few like poses for like the morning, like get your spine moving and stuff. But this one, you'd be lying down and bend your knees, bringing your feet close to your hips, and then you hug one knee into chest and you cross it over, and you can stay with it pressing away, or you're lying on your back, you know, and just slowly feeling that hip opener there.
So if you're lying on your back doing it, you're not a sitting pigeon,
You're
you're
not a
lying
sitting
down.
Either that
You're
or
a
a
lying
dead
pigeon. You're a dead pigeon. No, we're ready, we can let it go, shake it out. Good. Take our time here to find a comfortable seat. And just make any final little adjustments, any flow through any last little movements before we get into our relaxation. Yeah. So take the next few minutes here to just wind down, allow ourselves to notice all the space that we created around our bodies, around our joints. We're going to take a moment to do a little body scan meditation where we just visit each area of our bodies. We bring in breath, gratitude. So feel free to sit back against the back of your chair, relaxing back. Relaxing your eyes closed. Today we'll pretend our attention is a little sunbeam, so we're going to follow that sunbeam. And feel it entering through the crown of our heads. Place of enlightenment. As we come through to our forehead and our temples, we can relax and unwind. Softening our eyelids closed, relaxing the muscles behind our eyes. Continue to bring the sunbeam through to our cheeks, our jaw, even down to our chin. So our face is now relaxed. Moving through, bringing our awareness to our necks and our throat. We lighten, we soften all the little muscles supporting our heads. Releasing our shoulders down our backs. We notice the space that we created between our shoulder blades, around the top of our arms, down to our elbows and wrists and fingers. Arms are now relaxed. Relaxing our chest, our rib cage, down to abdominal muscles, and being grateful for all of our internal organs and all the hard work that they do. Day in, day out. Let go of any tension around our mid-back and our low back, all the way down to our hips, our quads, inner thighs and hamstrings. Bringing that sunbeam, that light through, all the way through our bodies, flowing down to our legs, through our knees and shins, all the way down to our ankles and feet, to each little toe. Our whole body is now relaxed. Be here just for a few more moments. Just enjoy. Breathe into any areas of tension that you need to let go, and just let them go. And when you're ready, relaxed and grateful, and have expressed love to each area of your body, you're going to slowly start to bring a little movement to our smallest joints, like our fingers and our toes, ankles and wrists. If you're at home, you have the option to relax a little longer, right? So do that. But otherwise, keep bringing movement through to your knees, elbows, your legs and your arms. And slowly sitting up on our chairs, we make our way back. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming in today. I'm so glad that we could all make it. You get to have a full class back.
I'm asleep.
Somebody falls asleep. So, I hope to see you all here next week. So, we're going to bring our hands together and we bow. Namaste. Thank you. It's always a pleasure and honor practicing with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see if it recorded.